I don't talk during the process. I learn to lower my voice. When the work began, not out of secrecy, but respect for the plan. Every word spent early took focus away, so I kept my thoughts internal and stayed. I watch how conversation can fracture intent, how explaining direction spends energy meant for building something solid from the inside out. I chose precision over noise. I chose doubt-free silence. I don't talk during the process, not because I'm unsure, but because unfinished things deserve too much joy. I don't talk during the process. I let momentum grow. Some progress needs quiet before it shows. I stopped answering questions that didn't need replies. Stop turning effort into something to justify. The process has a rhythm that words interrupt. It doesn't ask for commentary, it asks for trust. There were days nothing showed from the outside view, just repetition meeting resistance and staying true. No updates to deliver, no version to sell. I stayed close to the word and listened. I don't talk during the process because focus is fragile, because attention can bend it before it's stable. I don't talk during the process. I protect what's forming there. Some outcomes depend on how little you share. I notice how patience strengthens when it's not explained, how discipline sharpens when it's not named. I didn't disappear, I stayed exact, working through uncertainty with fast. Now when something finishes, it doesn't sound rehearsed. It doesn't need a story or a promise reversed. It arrives with balance, complete and aligned. The process speaks for itself in time. stayed outside the frame, where no one checks the light, where effort doesn't signal and days don't need a title. Let the hours pass uncounted, let focus do its part. Some things take their shape best in the dark. I didn't chase visibility, I didn't need a sign. I trusted what was building, one decision at a time. While others marked their progress, I stayed with the ground, letting patience stack quietly without a sound. Seen only at the end when the work is done. No preview of the making, no credit for the run. Seen only at the end when there's nothing left to say. Some journeys aren't meant to be watched along the way. I learned how early attention can weaken what is real, how process needs protection to finish what it feels. So I kept my distance from expectations pull. I let discipline stay private until it was full. There were moments of doubt when nothing looked like proof, just the habit of returning when motivation moved. No reassurance waiting, no voice saying I'm near, just consistency holding shape year after year. Seen only at the end, and that's where it belongs. Not hidden out of fear, but preserved until strong. Seen only at the end when structure can stand, when nothing needs explaining, because it's evident. I stopped narrating progress, stopped shaping perception. I trusted accumulation over recognition. What grows without observers learns how to last. It isn't shaken easily by contrast. Now when something arrives, it doesn't ask to be known. It carries its own balance, fully grown. No introduction needed, no backstory to defend. The work steps forward, and that's the end. Seen only at the end, and I don't feel delayed. I wasn't missing moments, I was choosing a way. Seen only at the end, and nothing feels unclear. What matters stayed intact, because I stayed here. This wasn't disappearance or staying undefined. It was commitment without noise and trust in time. I didn't avoid the world, I refined when I'd appear. Some results speak best when they arrive complete. Seen only at the end, and I do it again, because what's built in silence doesn't bend. I stayed invisible by choice so the outcome could stand. Seen only at the end, exactly as planned. I never needed a moment to be framed or defined. I learned early how attention can distort the design, while noise raced for reaction. I stayed aligned. Some paths work better when they're quiet. I watched how urgency performs when it wants to be seen, how effort gets exaggerated before it's even clean. I chose a different rhythm, one that didn't explain. I let progress stay honest without a name. I move without headlines, no banners in the air, no version of the story prepared in advance. I move without headlines, no rush to be known. What's real doesn't interrupt, it grows. I didn't announce direction, I didn't preview intent. I trusted repetition over what's confidently said. I stayed with the process long after interest left. Some discipline survives without being fed. There were moments unnoticed where nothing looked like change, just showing up again without praise. No markers of importance, no external sign, just internal alignment over time. I move without headlines, and nothing feels delayed. I'm not behind the moment, I just chose a quieter way. I move without headlines, no spotlight to chase. What lasts doesn't hurry to take space. I learned our recognition can interrupt momentum. How being watched too early weakens the center. So I let effort remain unseen until it could stand. Some results need distance to land. Now when something finally arrives, it doesn't ask to be believed. It holds its place naturally without needing to speak. No commentary follows, no reaction required. The work introduces itself undisturbed. I move without headlines, and that's where I stay free. I don't trade focus. I chose the corner of the room where attention never stayed, where effort wasn't measured and nothing needed praise. No spotlight on the hour, no record of the strain, just repetition shaping form again and again. I learned early how focus changes when no one sees, how pressure fades to honesty when silence keeps you company. I work without an audience, without a second glance. Some foundations need obscurity to stand a chance. Build where no one looked, no hands applauding me. Build where no one looked, where I answered only to discipline. Build where no one looked, no narrative to protect. What grows unseen doesn't bend. I watch people build outward before they build within, chasing recognition before the work had skin. But I stayed with the unremarkable, the daily slow repeat, letting patience carry weight in places incomplete. There were days it felt invisible, like effort fell through air. No feedback, no reflection, nothing showing it was there. But consistency remembers even when the world forgets. It stores every decision and collects the debt. Build where no one looked when doubt tried to speak. Build where no one looked when progress felt too quiet to keep. Build where no one looked, and that's where it got strong. Some things only solidify when they're left alone. Confirmation, stop checking who agreed. I trusted the accumulation of showing up daily. No borrowed confidence, no borrowed flame. I let the work shape me before it carried my name. Now when something stands complete, it doesn't feel rushed. It doesn't ask to be validated or adjusted to trust. It carries the stillness of something well made, built without witnesses, built to stay. Built when no one looked, and I don't regret the dark. It taught me how to move without missing the mark. Built when no one looked, and now it holds its ground. What grew beyond attention doesn't need it now. This wasn't hiding or fear or stepping out of sight. It was respect for the process and trust in time. I didn't disappear, I refined my scope. I built when no one looked, so it wouldn't collapse when they did. I used to rehearse explanation before the work was done, trying to make the path clear before it had begun. But effort doesn't speak in theory, it doesn't ask for grace. It shows up day by day and leaves a trace. I learned how words can soften what should stand firm, how meaning gets diluted when it's overly confirmed. So I stop narrating progress, stop shaping every frame. I let consistency build something that could hold its name. Results don't need translation, they don't ask to be explained. They don't depend on context or how they're framed. Results don't need translation, they arrive complete. You don't debate what's visible, you simply need it. I watched opinions change direction the moment proof appeared. Questions lost their urgency once outcomes were clear. What once demanded language suddenly stood still, because results don't argue, they fulfill. I'll stay quiet in the process, let time do the math. Didn't rush to be convincing or defend the path. I trusted accumulation more than commentary. Some things earn their clarity by being carried. Results don't need translation, they don't raise their tone, they don't explain intention, they stand alone. Results don't need translation, they don't chase belief, they settle the room without a read. There were moments of uncertainty where silence felt long. No signal from the outside that I was strong, but I kept returning when nothing replied, because discipline remembers what doubt denies. Now when something finishes, it doesn't ask for space, it occupies it naturally with weight and grace. No preface, no footnotes, no need to persuade. The work introduces itself, fully made. Results don't need translation, and that's a calm I keep. I don't trade substance for sounding complete. Results don't need translation, they don't borrow life. Silence between milestones, between arrival and next, where progress doesn't announce itself and nothing feels complete yet. No celebration waiting, no marker in the ground, just steady movement forward without a sound. I learned to stay comfortable in that unmarked zone, where effort keeps breathing but results aren't shown. The silence tests patience more than failure ever could. It asks if you'll continue when nothing feels understood. The silence between milestones is where the work stays real. No applause to lean on, no signal of appeal. The silence between milestones, where doubt and discipline meet. You find out who you are when there's nothing to repeat. I watch how people rush this space, trying to escape the calm, needing proof they're still moving, needing something to hold on. But progress doesn't panic, it doesn't need a sign. It grows in measured steps, outside of time. There were days that felt invisible, like effort disappeared. No feedback from the outside, no voice saying you're near. But consistency remembers, even when no one else does. It keeps a quiet record of trust. The silence between milestones isn't empty or slow. It's pressure shaping focus in ways you don't control. The silence between milestones builds strength you can't fake. You learn to keep walking without a break. I stopped chasing reassurance, stopped asking where I stood. I trusted the accumulation of what I'd already put in hours without recognition, in choices made alone. The silence wasn't absence, it was growth. Now I don't rush the distance between one win and the next. I stay present in the effort, I don't need context. I let the quiet do its work without interference. Some results arrive stronger because of what came before them. The silence between milestones taught me how to stay when nothing looked impressive and everything felt great. The silence between milestones is where my pace aligns. Not fast, not delayed, just mine. This isn't waiting without purpose or drifting in between. It's I didn't rush the process, didn't chase the light. I stay where effort mattered long after it was night. While others spoke in futures, I stayed inside the now, letting repetition shape me without asking how. I learned the value of silence when progress has no face. How consistency moves forward at a patient pace. No updates, no reminders, no reasons to be seen. I trusted what was for me in between. Work done quietly, no one counting time, no one watching closely, but the result is mine. Work done quietly, no noise, no display. Some foundations are stronger when they're laid this way. I stopped explaining effort before it had a form. Stop borrowing momentum from attention or applause. I let discipline decide what deserves to stay. Some things only grow when untouched by what people say. I saw how pressure sharpens focus when it's held, not shared. How doubt loses power when no one's there to question every choice or measure every step. I kept my head steady and my standards set. Work done quietly while the world moved fast. I chose endurance over trying to last. Work done quietly, no shortcuts, no scene, just showing up again where I've always been. There were days without formation, no signal that it worked, just the habit of returning when the effort still hurt. But I learned that confidence is built without proof. It forms when you commit to the truth. Now when something stands complete, it doesn't ask to be known. It carries its own weight, fully grown. No explanation followed, no context required. What was built in silence doesn't ask to be admired. Work done quietly speaks without sound. It doesn't seek approval, it's already grounded. Work done quietly, out of reach of doubt. Some things don't need defense when they're carried out. I didn't disappear, I refined my pace. I let effort speak first before my face. What's real doesn't announce itself, it arrives fully made. I stayed with the work and let the noise fade. I didn't mark the moment, didn't circle the date. I moved without a signal, let the work accumulate. While noise kept chasing noise, I stayed inside the frame, building something steady with no announcement made. I learned early how attention can dilute intent, how talking through the process spends what should be spent. So I kept my head down, let consistency decide. Some things grow stronger when they're left outside. No announcement made, no warning sign. I didn't need an audience to know the timing was right. I watched people rush the ending before the work began, turning effort into theater, trying to look like a plan. But progress has its own rhythm, it doesn't like display. It listens to patience and quietly stays. I stopped sharing direction before direction was real. I stopped confusing movement with how something should feel. There's a discipline in silence that sharpens the blade. You don't talk while you're cutting, you finish the shape. No announcement made, I didn't signal to turn. I let pressure do its job and let timing be earned. No announcement made, just focus held tight. Some outcomes arrived clear cause they grew out of sight. I learned that results don't need a voice, they don't argue or explain, they simply show the choice. You either did the work or you needed to speak. I chose the long attention over sounding complete. Now when something lands, it doesn't ask to be believed. It stands on its own weight and let silence agree. No bills or no preview, no borrow momentum gain, just a finished truth with no announcement made. I don't disappear, I just don't perform. I let effort stay private until it's fully formed. What's real doesn't rush me, it doesn't need parade. It arrives exactly on time with no announcement made. No announcement made, and no regret. I didn't miss the moment, I respected it. They want restraint, I let the work speak clearly. Wait, whoa, announcement I used to draw my limits with explanations in time, trying to soften the edges so no one felt the line. I thought clarity required every reason laid out, but the more I kept explaining, the more I let myself out. I watched how every answer opened another door, how access grew louder but respect grew unsure. That's when I noticed what words failed to do. Silence held its shape and finally stood true. Silence became the boundary, not distance, not defense. Silence became the boundary where I stopped making sense to those who crossed it freely without listening first. Sometimes the quiet is stronger than the loudest words. I learned how presence can blur when you're always available, how being understood becomes optional. Some people don't hear limits unless they're unspoken. They listen only when the noise is broken. So I stopped announcing my needs, stopped explaining my space. I let the absence answer what words couldn't place. No threats, no ultimatums, no closing scene, just a calm withdrawal, firm and clean. I didn't harden my heart, I protected it. Silence became the boundary when talking felt untrue. Not everything is earth, a continued view. There's dignity and restraint in not justifying your pause, in trusting your intuition without passing laws. I didn't disappear suddenly, I simply stopped bending. Some endings don't arrive, they settle quietly. Now my energy moves differently, not scattered, not tense. I speak when there's meaning, I pause without defense. What belongs near me stays, what doesn't fades away. The boundary didn't shout, it stayed. Silence became the boundary, and I didn't feel alone. I felt aligned in a way I hadn't known. Silence became the boundary, not cold, not unkind, just a clear line drawn inside my mind. This wasn't withdrawal of fear or cutting ties in disguise. It was self-respect learning where it resides. I didn't build walls or rules, I didn't explain why. I let the quiet decide, and I stood by it. Silence became the boundary, and peace followed behind. Not everything needs closure to be left behind. I spent too long resisting what kept showing its face, trying to bend the moment into something it wasn't prepared to be. Every sign felt negotiable, every ending felt unfair. I kept explaining my expectations to a world that wasn't there. I thought persistence meant strength, that holding on proved belief, but effort turned into friction, and hope into fatigue. Reality didn't raise its voice, it didn't push or fight. It stayed exactly where it was every night. I stopped arguing with reality, not because I gave up, but because clarity arrived when enough was enough. I stopped arguing with reality when resistance lost its sound. Some truths don't need agreement, they stand their ground. I noticed how acceptance isn't weakness or retreat. It's seeing what is clearly without asking it to be discreet. I stopped rewriting outcomes, stopped defending every why. What remained felt honest once I let it lie. There's a quiet relief and not fighting what persistent, letting things reveal themselves without insisting they should. I learned the cost of denial, how it drains you slow. Reality doesn't chase you, it waits until you know. I stopped arguing with reality, and the tension fell away. I didn't lose direction, I stopped blocking the way. I stopped arguing with reality, and felt my breathing slow. What I accepted finally gave me room to grow. I realized how often I confused hope with demand, how control disguised itself as trying to understand. But truth doesn't need pressure, it doesn't need defense. It exists without permission or pretense. Now I meet the moment as it stands in front of me. I don't ask it to explain itself or become what it should be. I adjust my expectations, not my sense of worth. I learned peace doesn't come from winning, it comes from seeing clearly first. I stopped arguing with reality, and nothing fell apart. What wasn't meant to stay quietly departed. I didn't surrender my agency, I reclaimed my stance. Acceptance wasn't the end, it was my balance. I stopped arguing with reality, and the noise inside went still. Not because everything made sense, but because I finally did. This wasn't resignation or lowering my aim, it was aligning with the truth and walking on without strain.
I learned more by watching than I ever did by saying. Every truth revealed itself while I was staying still. I saw patterns repeat quietly, promises lose shape. Some things explain themselves when you give them space. I used to feel the silence so no one felt unsure. But noise doesn't equal meaning, and words don't make things pure. I noticed how reactions spoke louder than intent, how listening carefully taught me what was meant. Eyes open, mouth closed, that's how I learned to see. Not everything requires a comment to show you what it is. Eyes open, mouth closed, I let the moment speak. Some answers only surface when you don't compete. I watched people reveal themselves without knowing I was there. Truth moves freely when it isn't under care. No confrontation
realize how often talking interrupts understanding, how clarity fades when you rush to be commanding. Listening taught me patience, stillness sharpened my sight. I didn't lose my presence, I refined it. That's how I move now. Not because I have nothing to say, but because I finally know how. Quiet isn't empty. They mistook my stillness for something undefined, like nothing lived beneath it, like I'd fallen behind. They search for constant motion, for proof in every sound, but some depths stay unnoticed when the surface is too loud. I learned early how silence makes people uneasy, how calm becomes suspicious when it isn't busy. They asked me what I was hiding, what I wasn't saying out loud. But quiet isn't empty, it's just not crowded. Quiet isn't empty, it's full of what I've seen. Every moment I absorb, every space between. Quiet isn't empty, it's where my thoughts align. Not everything that matters needs to be defined. I carry conversations I never needed to finish, lessons learned by watching, not by being in it. I noticed how truth reveals itself when you stop demanding proof, how answers form naturally when you leave them room. There's a weight in observation that words can't always hold, a knowing that develops without being told. I don't rush to fill the gaps or interrupt the air. Some understanding grows best when nothing's forced. Their quiet isn't empty, it remembers what I felt. It keeps what stayed consistent when everything else left. Quiet isn't empty, it steadies what I am. I don't need to narrate to understand. I used to think expression was the same as being real, but now I know reflection can be just as deep. Not every thought needs motion, not every feeling sound. Some truths settle gently when no one's around. I don't disappear in silence, I arrive there. I listen more than I speak and find myself there. The calm holds its own gravity, it doesn't ask for space. It waits patiently until you slow your pace. Quiet isn't empty, it's where I come back home, where nothing competes and nothing pulls. Quiet isn't empty, it's clarity at rest. A place where I don't perform, I just exist. So if my voice feels distant, if I don't rush to reply, know there's more happening here than meets the eye. I didn't lose my meaning, I didn't fall apart. I chose the quiet because it's full of heart. Quiet and empty, it's simply true.
I used to think the answer lived somewhere in debate. The clarity arrived louder if you stayed and explained. But experience has weight to it that language can't outpace. Some truths don't need repeating, they settle in your face. I watch patterns form slowly, watch promises dissolve, watch intentions speak clearly without ever being called. Every time I tried to name it, it lost its shape again. So I let observation finish what words couldn't defend. I've seen enough to stop talking, not out of pride or shame. I've seen enough to stop talking when silence says the same. I've seen enough to stop talking, 'cause knowing changes sound. Some lessons don't announce themselves, they stay when noise runs out. I learned how repetition doesn't create respect, how explaining yourself endlessly erases what's intact. I noticed how reactions reveal more than replies, and how listening closely can save you time. There's a calm that comes from knowing without needing to persuade, from letting people show you
what they mean, not what they say. I don't correct every version, I don't interrupt the flow. What's meant for me becomes clear without being told. I've seen enough to stop talking, stop filling every space. I've seen enough to stop talking and trust my inner pace. I don't need to convince the room, I don't need the final word. I've learned that certainty doesn't need to be heard. I stood still long enough to feel what stays the same, beyond the shifting narrative and borrowed frames. What matters moves quietly, it doesn't fight to stay. And what feels forced eventually falls away. Now my silence isn't empty, it's informed and intentional. I choose when to speak, because listening taught me more. I don't mistake quiet for absence or retreat. Sometimes restraint is clarity in its purest form. I've seen enough to stop talking, and I don't feel less real. Silence was the lesson in every word exchange. Believing truth louder when it was fully explained. I felt the empty spaces, afraid of what they'd say, but the answers never landed, they only slipped away. I spoke until my voice felt thin from trying to be clear, but clarity kept fading. The more I stayed sincere, that's when the noise grew heavy and something shifted inside. I stopped reaching for the moment and let it pass me by. Silence was the lesson, not the absence of reply. It was everything unspoken that finally aligned. But it stayed when every argument had already passed. Oh, I noticed how stillness held what words could not. How calm arrived unannounced and stayed when I stopped. Every truth I chased aloud returned when I was still. Some things wait patiently until you listen without will. I learned that understanding doesn't always speak, that wisdom often whispers and waits for space to breathe. When I stopped demanding answers and loosened my control, I heard myself more clearly than I ever had before. Silence was a lesson, and it asked for nothing more. No defense, no justification, no standing at the door. That steadied all my doubt. It didn't rush to meet me, it let the noise run out. not reacting and letting moments be, and trusting what you feel without needing certainty. I stopped correcting versions, I stopped repeating pain. The quiet didn't erase me, it helped me remain. Now I choose my words carefully, but I trust the space between. I know a doesn't answer back is often what I need. What I carry isn't louder, it's just more defined. The silence didn't take from me, it gave me time. Silence was a lesson, and I carry it with care. Not as distance or retreat, but awareness. Silence was a lesson that taught me how to stay, not in the noise of proof,